logs are pretty solid still. When they get down a couple courses, but the top's rotted out. So we just bought this property. It's got a old homestead on it. There's a couple other outbuildings, but they're pretty much done. But this old cabin, I think it was either an old trapper's cabin. It was hand hewed, or maybe it was an old logger's cabin or home, something anyway, way back in the day. Survived, looks like a couple forest fires even. A bunch of these logs are still pretty solid, really bad checking, but this might be our new future hunting cabin here. So we'll see. It looks like a pretty big project though, but I seem to get myself roped into those all the time. But let's go check out my new little elk valley, or mule deer, or possibly sheep, definitely cougar, maybe wolf. All right, so we just bought this place. They've lost. I'm going to call it selectively logging. I think they said clear cut, but really they left a lot of trees. And this whole kind of valley pass, it goes all the way out back onto Crown land. They cleared the whole bottom out. It's going to make an awesome meadow. There's year-round water here. I think this area that we're in, it's pretty arid. So if anything needs water, I think we're going to have a good chance of it coming onto this property. But found a pretty nice 4x4 mule deer shed today when we were cruising the property. I think there's going to be elk if we're lucky. I doubt moose. Definitely mule deer, maybe some whitetail. I don't know, what else do you think there might be?
Cougars, wolves, coyotes.
Yeah, so
there'll be black bears, maybe some grizzly bears.
Black bears, I think for sure are a possibility.
There'll be lynx in the area, and
yeah, there'll be some fur-bearing animals as well.
Lots of squirrels, maybe some pine marten, at least before there was logging.
Yeah, and but this old trapper's cabin, we kind of gave it a bit of a once-over here earlier, and I think there's enough good logs in there. We might be able to save it. I think the header logs and probably the foundation logs just need to be changed, but the ones in the middle are pretty solid, and they've got pretty vertical grain checking on them. So I think that might be my next big project here. What do you think?
Oh, I think it'll be a very interesting project.
That's the term you use for you're out of your frickin' mind.
No, I think it's cool. I just think I've never heard of people doing it, so I'm really quite intrigued. I love to me repurposing and recreating these old historic things. Like, this is the greenest building ever built, right?
I just like the history.
Totally, it connects you with the past, and
let's take a look at like this hand hewn stuff. That's pretty cool, I think.
Yeah, it's super cool.
This side actually has thorn bushes, but you can kind of see the axe markings on here before they did the side hews, where they cut in before they trimmed it this way. But some of the logs on the front there, like, I actually thought they were milled with a saw before I kind of seen that they were axe marks, and I think the ends were probably saw cut, like with a handsaw probably.
Mm-hmm.
But definitely people have used this beyond that original pioneer guy, but still got some of the original mud in the chinking and whatnot. But I don't know, I think I'm gonna maybe try to salvage this if I can.
That'll be cool.
Yeah, like this here's an old salt and pepper shaker.
Sweet.
Beer can. Yeah, I think these bottom logs for sure are 100% chance of rot. But the one up from it, they actually seem pretty solid.
Seems pretty good, doesn't it? It's amazing.
We were kind of poking around at those earlier.
Yeah.
And then these top ones are...
Yeah, that one's gone.
I don't really understand why the top ones rot out. Maybe the snow just sits on them longer.
The snow's on them, yeah.
Yeah, but...
they're wet all the time. And they just stay wet.
Yeah.
Then, it's like that's the roof.
Yeah.
And then now the next log down is the new roof.
Yeah. So
That one will go. That one's half gone.
This guy here, the top's rotted. I think that's done, but this level here,
There and down should be good.
this here and down's good. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows that are good, and probably 3 that need to be replaced. And there's that other old building over there, that old barn that, let's go check that out. I think there might be some logs on the end that are actually hewn. I thought I was looking at them earlier, but
yeah, a lot of these ones look rounder than the other one, but I see what you mean. There's some flatness there.
This side looks round, but this other, oh yeah, I thought these were hewn, but these are just round.
Yeah.
But these aren't actually rotted at all. They're
Completely different style. They didn't.
different style, but
This is what I've seen in hunting camps more with their joints.
yeah.
And
This style of joint. This is an interesting style of joint. I've never seen that. Like that.
yeah, I've seen them like that in where I used to guide up north.
Oh, okay.
I've seen them.
Yeah, I was thinking if some of these, because these are kind of same vintage logs as those, if some of them will work, maybe we just.
That'll be a job to hand hew those because they're dry now.
Rock.
Yeah.
But there's also, I guess, a couple pretty good sized Douglas firs that the loggers actually missed, so we might be able to salvage those. I'm hoping they don't come back and pick those up. So
I think in the 2 or 3 that we found are not going to be worth the logging truck load.
No, I don't think so either. So
no, I think you will have inherited them.
Yeah. So once we get the quad, and well, I guess I could even use the pickup to drag them over if I needed to, but gotta get the chainsaw and the quads out, and I guess once we do that, we'll start getting this place cleaned up a bit. We got a huge frickin' tidy up job here to do.
You think? You think?
This might be solved with a match, but I don't want to burn down any of these buildings or logs until we kind of see what we actually have either.
Yeah.
But that cabin.
I think this old one there is, but you know what? Even still, like there's legitimate building and materials in there, except for the particle board.
Yeah, that far building.
Yeah.
Yeah, and this, I assume this is a barn.
Yeah, it looks barny, doesn't it?
Or an old cabin or some, I don't know. It might have
Low.
Might have started off as a cabin and then ended up as a barn or chicken coop or something, because it's got chicken wire all over it.
Yeah.
But they definitely dropped a few twigs in here when they were logging.
Yep.
But yeah, we got, like most mountain properties that are 100 years old, there's stored junk from the last 10 decades, so see what happens. But anyways, that's going to be our new project for COVID. Since we can't do anything else, might as well try to rebuild the dilapidated cabin, or at least attempt to
get back to the land.
Yeah, or try to fool myself into thinking I can do it anyways.
I think you can.
Yeah,
you can do anything you set your mind to.
Yeah.
You just got to want to do it.
Yeah, and then on the back side of the cabin, there's a pond, and Derek actually made a pretty good observation earlier that these homesteaders put the cabin in the best spot close to water, so we bought this whole property today, and I think where this cabin's sitting right now actually is the best spot on the whole property to put a cabin. There's lots of flat benches and stuff, so if the kids get older and want their own place when they're adults, they can have all kinds of building sites. But I think for this guy, let's pay homage to the heritage and try to fix this thing up and put it back where it was. But
you'll learn a lot. At the very least.
I think I'll learn that I should never have started.
Well,
but I'm ambitious though, so I'll see what we do.
There's always value in lessons.
Yeah. If we start working on this, I'll finish it, that's for sure. It's just a matter of when.
Maybe your kids will finish it.
Yeah, the kids will be out here playing.
Oh yeah. No, this is going to be such a great spot for young people to learn about being a human in a non-digital world.
And the best part is, hopefully the iPads won't work.
Exactly. Yeah, that was one of the criteria. No cell service.
Yeah.
No internet.
Yeah, but beautiful.
But it'll be here.
Part of the world in here anyway.
Yeah, stunning.
So, anyways, that's the project. If you want to follow along, make sure you subscribe because we're going to have updates on this. We also got another channel called North Fork where we're going to be documenting the same thing but in more detail and how we got the land and all the rest of it. So make sure to go over subscribe to that one. I'll put the link in the description below. And anyways, see you guys on the next video.